1 minute.
Very good. I will slow it down. Oh yeah. The air conditioner, I'm gonna leave it on. Leave it on. Leave it on. You ever figure out when it would help with the girls clothes or no? It's all about pain. It's all about destruction and the things you do in vain.
Live, freshly extricated from Alex Duffy's ass, it's the Alex Duffy Show, starring Alex Duffy, with this week's special feature, musical interludes du jour. And now, the man who gets stood up more often than a gigolo on Viagra, Alex Duffy!
Life, it's all about you, it's all about me, it's all that we have, and all we foresee, so give it your best shot, it's all that we got, might not be a lot, but that's all there is to life, 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 life. I love that dirty, dirty distortion.
Dirty, dirty.
Dirty, dirty. Well, folks, we have a show tonight, but it's not what we expected. And I'm going to tell you his tale, then I'm going to do a little stand-up. I'm going to rant first, then stand-up, and Steve and I are just going to have a blast like we did last week. But next month is a month of all comedians. We are changing the show's format. So I guess, Steve, tonight is a goodbye show. It's a goodbye to version 1.0, where we could have any guests we wanted.
No more sucking.
Yes, exactly. All comedians all the time from now
Let's
on.
talk more rock.
Yes, yes. Or let's talk more laughter.
Yes.
Yes.
That's cool.
Because the thing is, we learned a lesson. And it took us 7 months to learn it, but that's how you learn. Comedians are funny. Yes, yes.
No!
Yes.
You're shitting me!
And the ones that are good are even funnier. And having them on the show are the best shows. It's like, someone asked me, what were the 6 best shows? And I instantly pointed out the 6 comedians. It was just like that. It was just like that.
Gotta
So,
agree.
that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to that. And now, we did have a guest tonight who had something funny to say, and I'm not going to say his name, but he was going to make the show, then he canceled at the last minute, then we gave him another chance. I did this once before with another guy whose name I won't mention. And he did the same thing. When people cancel, we have to just learn, never, ever come. They just can't come on the show again, Steve. That's it. Never.
D9.
And
No
folks,
mas,
just so
no
you
mas.
know, I'm Alex Duffy, but this man is the show. Steve Lyon, yes. Without him, the Paul Schaefer of the online world. With hair, though. With hair.
Yes, I do have
Yes,
some hair.
yes, with hair.
Thank you, Alex.
I do want to tell you, I've been urged to write some stand-up, so much against my will, but since we're going to move to an all-comedian format, I'm working on this bit, okay? And it's called 3 Levels of Being Broke, okay? Now, you know you're okay broke but not that broke, when you still have bill form money. You're not down to change. So when you go out and buy beer, you can still go into a place, you can't go to a bar or something, but you can still go into a place like Whole Foods or something and buy a 6-pack of beer. And when you pay it with bills. It's kind of classy, right? Okay, that's the first level of being broke. The second level of being broke is when you have no more bills and you're down to quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. And you have to, now what are you going to do? Well, you want to use the quarters first, right? But you can't go into Whole Foods with quarters. That's just not classy. It's just not classy.
I go into I take when I go in when I'm really low on money about the end of the month.
Yeah.
I get I have this big container of coins in my apartment. I take that to Ralph's because they've got those big coin slot machines, those big green things.
But I can only do that once every. I never have that much change.
I do about once every other month. It seems
Yeah?
like I'm that poor. Not so much lately though.
But the second level of being broke is when you've got just coins, but you've got enough quarters. So you don't want to buy your beer from Whole Foods because that's just like you feel bad. You feel like you're this poor guy. But you can go to 7-Eleven and they'll treat you like a prince with quarters. And you can just throw it on down there and get your 6-pack of beer and you're okay. The third level of being broke is when you have no quarters. And now you're down to dimes and nickels and pennies. And you can't go into 7-Eleven. You can't even go into 7-Eleven with that. That's just tacky. That's when you have to go to Lucky 7 Liquor and hope that they have a 40 ounce of, I don't know, Old English for $3 in dimes and nickels. But it's okay, because you can walk in there with your dimes and nickels and you're right behind the bum who smells, who's counting his pennies that he just got from turning in his beer bottles, and he's buying a bottle of, what do they drink, Night Train or something like that.
Thunderbird.
And then it's okay. Now you're the king in the castle. I don't know, I'm just working on this.
Just because you don't smell bad.
Exactly, yeah, exactly, yeah. And I can shave, so...
Yes.
I don't know. I'm working on that. Maybe I need work. I don't know. I thought there's something there.
There's potential there, but you gotta refine.
I gotta refine. I just came up with it.
Needs an extra work.
Needs a little bit of work on it. All right. So, do we have any questions from the Peanut Gallery before I go into? I explain what the improvised music.
No questions yet. They were bitching about the levels, so I've been tweaking levels ever since the start of the show.
Tweak away. The improvised music series is something that I'm doing mostly as a filler, because we don't have a guest, and I didn't have time to book a comedian, and I want all comedians from now on. And this is the last. Actually, this is the last of version 1.0. So why not go out sucking? You know what I mean? Just go out.
See how badly we could suck.
Exactly. Although I have to admit, even you and me at our worst, there were shows that were just death.
Oh yeah.
So this won't even be the worst.
Those will stay unnamed. We won't mention those shows, but. Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, now you think about it, Steve. We've actually done, I think, 32 shows. That's a lot.
That's pretty solid.
That is pretty solid. Yeah. You know, that's really solid. Next year, I mean, this year's goal has been consistency. Next year, Steve and I might not do it every Wednesday, but let's say 44 out of 52 Wednesdays. So we'll get some time off, quality time off. You know, if we have money.
Oh.
If we have money. If we don't, then we're stuck in L.A. every Wednesday anyway.
Doing the show.
So we have to do the show. So that's fine. But next year we're going to strive for ratings, and ratings has to be the quality thing and the comedy, and that's where it all comes together. I'm kind of like saying this is like a goodbye to the old format show. This is sort of us saying goodbye to the old format. So,
all right.
All the new format is just all comedians.
Right.
That's all. But the improvised music series is basically I'm just going to jam and make up stuff as I go along, and
I thought you had a song.
I did, but I didn't finish it, and I'd rather introduce it for a new show. You know.
Did you ever actually do Mushroom Cloud? Did you ever actually perform that song?
I performed it like once when
oh, that's right. Never mind.
When Mark was on. Yeah.
That's right.
I'd have to have the lyrics and everything in front of me to do it. I know it kind of goes mushroom cloud, won't you brighten up my skies? Mushroom. Oh, these are drums, of course. But
you gotta have the cheesy drum machine.
Yeah, the cheesy drums rock. If you're gonna have kitsch, you gotta kitsch all the way. I had to put my glasses on so nobody could see me looking at my guitar while I'm playing.
God forbid you actually look at the guitar.
So this is a song I'm not familiar with, but I'm going to improvise on it. It's improvised night, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly. Mushroom cloud, won't you brighten up my skies? Mushroom cloud. No, that's not the right chord. That's not the right chord either. See, I don't know the song. That's the problem. Okay.
All right, then just do it.
I've just got to improvise
jam
all the
on
way.
Something else.
I'll just jam away.
But
jamming always sounds better.
Throwing out ideas there.
When you. No, I'm glad you did.
Kate wanted to know if you're actually an alcoholic, because she's thinking instead of your last 45 cents being spent on booze, you should probably spend it on food.
Oh, I've got enough food. But tell her I'm not an alcoholic because I can't afford to be.
All right. So you have enough, cottage cheese, garbanzo beans, and salad?
No, I made a huge pot of chili.
Oh,
my
chili.
Vegan chili. My
vegan chili.
I'm perfecting the recipe.
All right.
Vegan chili. It's so good. I make it every week. And it's all that I eat. I eat it every day, 'cause it's so cheap. I cook it every way. I put it in my coffee. I put it in my tea. I have it for breakfast, and sometimes it has me. 'Cause it's vegan chili. It's vegan chili all the way.
Woohoo!
I made a pot of vegan chili, and I had a lot of fun. I took it down to the beach and ate it in the sun. I was hoping it was well done. Chuck Berry style. Life is just a big waste of time. Everything I do doesn't lead to nothing. It only goes nowhere, but that's alright with me. I wish my life was more exciting. I wish the things I did were more inviting, but they never will be. But that's just me. But I think everybody out there, they'd agree. Now 1 second.
One.
Any questions from the peanut gallery?
Well, yes. Mark would like to know what you think of the Emmys.
The
Did you watch the Emmys?
I never watched the Emmys.
Why not?
Because I only watched like 4 TV shows. I watched The Simpsons, Saturday Night Live, but only if it's a new show. I never watched reruns of that. And a couple of other things. I don't even have South Park or CNN or any of those things anymore because I got rid of cable.
Yeah, but you don't need to have. It's on network.
Oh, I know, but I mean, I don't know what half the shows are they're talking about. You know, it's like,
Right.
and Joe Blow won it for, I don't know, Joe Blow won it for Clocky's House or something like that. You know, what's being nominated this year? It's
Most of them are network shows, though, being nominated.
I don't watch that many network shows though. It's just I don't watch Friends.
No, that doesn't get nominated. It's like West Wing and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
watch any
true.
of
I mean,
those?
no, I'm not into dramedy or drama soap opera or whatever.
All right.
How did The Sopranos do?
Pardon me?
How did The Sopranos do?
Sopranos were not in this year because this was a gap. There was like over a year gap between their seasons, so they weren't
Did they have a new
they weren't
show?
eligible.
Did they have a new show last week?
Yeah. Last
Was
week
it good?
was second
Was it
show
good?
of the fourth season. It was spectacular.
Was it spectacular?
Why do you have to ask?
Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
I can't even begin to describe the depths of awesomeness that this show has attained. I mean, it's just that good. You can't.
Wow.
I can't give it a quick 5-minute synopsis because
Okay.
I'd be skipping over way too much stuff. It wouldn't make
It's
any
just
sense.
definitely worth watching.
Well, it's definitely worth
It's
watching, but it's
it's-
very complex, and it's not something. It's not like, something that you can just like a half an hour comedy where you can describe it in 5 minutes. There's way too much to it than that.
Is it basically like a soap opera for adults or something like that? Or
Sort of.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because every week, there's a different thing going on. And,
Well, there's different things going on, but then there's also continuations of old stories going on too. I mean,
Okay.
it's a running thing. Adria wants to know what kind of poser makes vegan chili when he's not vegan.
I'll tell you the kind of poser. The kind of poser who has to lower his cholesterol.
Oh.
And so if I have to live off something because I'm poor, I might as well make it something that tastes good and it lowers my cholesterol.
Somewhat healthy.
Somewhat healthy, yeah. I mean, there's no meat in it, so I have to do that.
Kate wants to know if you started the Williams fire.
What's the Williams fire?
You don't know
What is the? Tell me
the
what
one
it
that's the Glendora one, that big fire that's burning up there.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Oh, so
I think I did
which
the
one did you start?
The La Habra one.
You don't like La Habra very much?
No.
I don't like La Habra very much either, and I don't even know where it is. Where is La Habra?
I think it's somewhere in Orange County. I don't really remember.
Fucking Orange County.
I just sort of had this robot-like compulsion to go there and burn things.
All right.
I ended up there and burning things.
Yeah.
Like, to keep in mind, as long as I keep the questions coming, the music stops, which is a good thing. pushing louder there. Tell your. Oh, by the way, Adrian. Adria. Just keep in mind, you're a new viewer. Wow, a new viewer. Usually when we have like comedians on or funny people,
the show doesn't
is a lot
suck quite so much.
It's a lot better. But tonight, I didn't have time to book a new guest, and what can I do? What can I do except be the poser that I am? Here's a question for you: what kind of 38-year-old grown man still plays punk rock in his guitar? That's a poser. And that's a poser. That's me. Okay?
That's a poser.
That's a poser. Okay.
Yes. An aborted effort.
I'm so broke, never have a dime. By the 15th of the month, it's all gone. Never moneyed, never a dime. So won't you all just sing along? I'm so broke. I'm so broke. I'm so broke. It's not even funny. I got $2.27 in my bank account. It's not very much if you ask me. Don't ask. And when I get the money on the 1st of the month, the bills all take it away, you'll see. I'm so broke. I'm broke. I'm broke, and I'm out of ideas. I sense a peanut gallery question to save us.
Mark would like to point out that Johnny Rotten still plays punk rock, and he's older than you.
That's true. That's very true.
And he lives near me, by the way.
Oh, really? You ever seen him around?
No, but
I gotta hear the Johnny Rotten story.
My upstairs neighbor, my landlord's son, comes down and he says, "Hey, I was talking to the guy over at Nick's Liquor. You know where Nick's Liquor is, right around the corner."
Right.
The guy in Nick's Liquor says that Johnny Rotten lives right behind the Venice Whaler, right back in that area.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Well, I know he actually moved there, I think in '85 or something.
Oh, so he's been here for a while.
Oh, a long time. He lives with his wife. Yeah.
Cool.
And
I guess he goes into Nick's Liquor, and people ask him, "Hey, how's it going, Johnny?" And he goes, "Rotten."
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. No, I heard there's a bar that he goes to around there and gets really drunk, but I really don't know the story.
It's probably the Hinano Cafe thing.
You think
that's
so?
where all the locals go. I wouldn't be surprised if he went in there.
There's a bar he goes to around there.
I can't picture any of the other bars having a place like Johnny Rotten, or at least attracting a place like Johnny Rotten.
But then again, people would recognize him and stuff, so I don't know if he would go necessarily there all the time.
Yeah, but people might recognize him there, but they wouldn't give him any shit. I mean, they would just let him do
if it wasn't copyrighted, I'd try a Sex Pistols song right now, but I can't do it.
You sure you can?
We're still on the... That's right, Aerocast is ending. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, Jeff. We didn't mean to say that. Let's see. I wonder if I could actually drag this up from the gutter. It'd be the most loosest version of any Sex Pistols song ever written.
We have other questions here for you.
Oh, go for it.
All right. Why don't you get a roommate if you're so broke?
Because I'd have to cancel the show.
Oh.
That's pretty much the answer.
All right.
I'd love to get a roommate. It would be great. I'd love to live in Hollywood where I'd be in walking distance of a whole bunch of clubs and different places to go. But I'd have to give up the show. I wouldn't be able to do it anymore. Or I'd have to move it all into the living room or something. I thought about that and I thought, you know what? That is just not... And then have a roommate in here and have the show in the living room.
Yeah, it would kind of suck.
I'd have to charge someone so little to put up with that.
Yeah.
That then it wouldn't be worth it. Because then I'd have to get anybody. I mean, it would just be like, I don't know. I did think about it though, Kate. If that was Kate.
That was not. Well, it was not Kate.
It was
actually.
Adria?
It was Adria.
Wow, because Kate and I discussed it before.
She might have been talking to Kate.
I thought about it.
Mark would like to know if you started the hurricane.
Possibly.
Possibly. You don't know. You don't remember?
I don't know.
You were
one of those things
drunken haze.
It was like I was in this movie thing where I was walking around. I don't even know. Let's see if I can do a second.
Are you planning on seeing the new Jackie Chan movie?
Not really.
You don't like the tuxedo? I think it looks kind of cool, actually.
That's God Save the Queen.
Yeah.
If I can just remember the bridge. It's a really easy song.
I don't think any of their songs are difficult, are they?
No, not really. I just haven't played them.
Mark wants to know if we're going to shoot on location sometime.
Yeah, but we'd have to. Can we do it live though?
Well, it all depends on connectivity. If we get somewhere with a pipe.
I thought about actually approaching one of those places and doing the show live from a place, like the Silver Lake Lounge or one of those places that does. Even Johnny Fox is down the street.
Right.
It's only 4 blocks away. That's the big advantage, you know?
Yeah, but they're not going to have anything in there. They're not going to have any internet connectivity. They're going to be lucky they have a phone line in there.
That even works, yeah. No, they have a website,
a fucking
though.
payphone in the
They've got a
women's
website.
room, as we'd have to
Here,
wire something in there.
I'll try the Sex Pistols. I mean, you might as well try it, right?
All right.
Improvised music night.
Go give it a shot.
God save the Queen! The fascist regime! They made you a martyr! Potential H-bomb! God save the Queen! She ain't no human being! There is no future! And England's dreaming! Down the Tara, do what you want, and down the Tara, do what you need. There's no future, no future, no future for you. God save the Queen. We mean it, man. We love our Queen. God saves. God save the Queen. This tourists our money. And our figurehead is not what she seems. Oh, God save history! God save you on my parade! Oh, Lord God, us from seeing all crimes are paid! Oh, where there's no future, there can't be sin! Oh, waiting for her sin, and burn the sin! Oh, waiting for guilty, like a machine! Oh, with our future, your future! God save the Queen! We mean it, man! We love our Queen. God saves. God save the Queen. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. The God saves. No future, no future for you. No future, no future, no future for me. No future, no future, no future for you. No future for me. Hey, that was pretty good improvised. For a song I haven't played in like 20 years.
All right, but what was up with the accent? What's going on with that?
Oh, I was just fucking around. I'm
right.
improvising. All right, we got some peanut gallery questions I know coming in, so.
Yeah, Kate wants to know where the next road trip is going, and then what kind of creative birth giving we can expect from that.
Well, I want to do 2 projects. I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on right now. One is the Radio Vago thing, which I've finished encoding, and I just have to get a hold of them and make a documentary. Now that I've encoded their live concert and broken it up into songs.
Right.
But in terms of road trips, the first one I'm going to do, there's 2 I'm planning. One is just a weekend trip to Blythe, California.
Blythe.
And the theme is going to be like in the middle of nowhere, basically. Because if you go to Blythe, it really is in the middle of nowhere. You know Blythe, right? Near Arizona?
Yeah, I've driven through Blythe.
Or whatever. Or
Yeah, isn't it between the 10 and the 8?
Yeah, something
Kind of.
like that. Yeah, or it's on the 40 or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it's an interesting little place in the middle of nowhere, and I think I'm just going there for one weekend. I kind of with Jeff wanted to go to the desert.
Right.
The other trip I want to do is I want to go out to Monument Valley and go to the Indian reservation out there and ask them about what it's like to have all these tourists go on their sacred lands and things like that. Because that's what a lot of Monument Valley is. I think Devil's Tower is there too, and it's like there's a really big issue about that. I'd like to spend like 3 or 4 days out there doing that.
I could see you doing 3 or 4 days out in Blythe.
That would be too much.
That would be, wow.
That would be like, oh my God. No, I'd have to go
3
there.
or 4 days of unsteady cab out in Blythe.
Oh, man. The Monument Valley would be great, because no matter what I do with the camera, it's still going to look great. And I think the Native Americans are cute. I should have said Indians. But Peanut Gallery or?
Peanut Gallery. Kate says that she doesn't even like to pee in Blythe.
That's a good one.
That's her opinion of Blythe.
That's a good one. Has she been there? She'll probably let us know in 20 seconds.
Evidently, she's been there. Yeah.
Wow.
She wants to know when you're going to Yucca Mountain. When's that trip going to happen?
I still want to do that, but probably, I could do that also this winter. I'm going to be taking hopefully a week and a half off of work, and I still think of going there, because I know exactly where it is. But to get it close to it, you'd have to talk to. I've actually been to the museum.
Nice.
But I'd have to talk to someone at the base there and show them the Eureka trip and say, hey, I just want to interview like some of the people who work here. Because if I just got locals, the ones who work there are going to be like, yeah, this is a great thing. Because that's probably the only employer there in the area. And the ones who don't work there are going to go, it's killing us. And you know what I mean? So I'd rather actually go to like an actual government employee and talk to them and see what they think.
Right. Show enough.
Show enough. Anything else?
Mark thinks we should just, for shooting on location, we should just shoot the tape.
Shoot the tape?
Yeah, and then just edit, not do it live.
But, like not do a lot, have a show one week that's not live.
Yeah.
Steve and I have actually talked about that. And that we'll probably end up doing that when there's a Wednesday night that we both can't make it. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't know what your plans are for Christmas Day.
Gonna happen.
Christmas Day, are you going to be in
Does
town?
that fall on a Wednesday?
Fall on a Wednesday.
Ah.
So we have to tape it
No, I will
beforehand.
not. I will not be here.
So we have to tape it beforehand.
We'll have to.
Because you are the show.
Who's gonna watch it?
What I'm gonna? Well,
who's gonna be around to watch?
The show must go on. That's the thing.
All right.
That would work out. Or the night before Thanksgiving. I don't know if you're going to be around for that. That's a Wednesday.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Yeah. Because I can't do the show without you because you're half the show.
You could probably figure it out.
No, but I don't want to. I don't want to because that would break up the dynamic.
All right.
Then what is it? The diatrad, as they call it. They thought Itchy and Scratchy are a dynamic diatrad.
Really?
Yeah. They get this really Harvard-y explanation for it. So.
Kate says we need a live performance of you down on Venice Beach on the boardwalk down there.
Can we do DSL through your place there?
Like
run a cable that's put a couple Cat 5s together?
That's an awfully long cable.
I'm more worried about
We
someone.
could actually probably do that now that I think about it. Get a couple 100 feet of Cat 5 and run it down from my apartment, but
We have,
possibly.
we have to watch the Cat 5 so that nobody disconnects it or takes a piece. Oh, I need some of this. Yeah. Hey, this is really good. We're almost at 8:30.
Yeah, all right.
So what's the count on the encoding actually?
We're at 27 minutes.
Okay, good. So we're going to wrap it up in 3.
3 minutes.
So I'm done with the guitar. That was it.
3.
We didn't do much improvised music, which is fine.
That's all right. That's all right.
I would say this is one of the least suckier shows because, without mentioning certain names, we have.
You would say that.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that. Yeah.
Say that.
No, I would say out of 32 shows, it was probably in the bottom 5. No, maybe the bottom. Come on, bottom 7 or 8 at least.
All right.
Because if you got through and watched them all, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
We've had some pretty shitty shows. Ooh.
I can tell you the top 5 shows right now in no particular order.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Mark Premiano.
All right.
John Arnazzi.
All right.
Tammy Molar.
All right.
Jim Kopp. And
Right.
we had another comedian who was on. I'm trying to think of. Oh yeah, Steve Freeman.
All right.
He may have been the all-time fun. No, that's not true. The last 2 comedians, Tammy and whatchamacallit, Jim, were fucking fantastic.
All right.
Now, what would you think? What do you think? You kind of have a list like that?
I don't know. I don't know how I don't think I would rank them.
I'm not ranking them. I'm not
Yeah.
saying which one is funnier
Oh,
than funny.
yeah, no,
I'm saying,
I-
would that be your top
I
5?
would
Or
say
there's-
that the comedians tend to be better shows.
Yeah, because you can just say something and they run with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I can just go. So tell me a little bit about your life, and they're like, oh, and they got this whole thing, and it's just great. You know, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I would say Julia's show is very interesting. We never did a show like that before or since. You know?
Yeah.
Because we did that kind of like that really cool thing, you know, and everything like that.
Yeah, that was pretty cheesy.
That was pretty cheesy. Yeah. But I thought it was actually kind of interesting.
All right. Well, a good thing that you thought so. That's all that matters.
But I still think that comedians are the way to go.
All right.
So,
yeah.
So I'm just going to end it right here.
All right.
We're going to end it here.
8:29. You're not going to pull a minute of something out of your ass.
Well, I can pull a minute of something out of my ass.
Pull a minute of Iraq out of your ass.
I can pull a minute of Iraq. Oh yeah, come on, get it on. I want to see this thing happen. I want to see two good weeks of CNN. You know?
Yeah.
And the liberation of the Iraqi people.
Oh yes.
And then the next war will be Iran.
Yeah.
So.
And then China. What the fuck? You know, we might as well
just keep going. Yeah. That's true. The Bush Doctrine is based on, what do they say? Military supremacy.
Yeah.
No more détente, no more arms agreements.
Yeah.
So it's whoever has the biggest army, like in the Roman Empire. Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. Well, this is the end, folks, of version. I think this is supposed to be show 32 or 33. I think it's actually 33, but it could be 32. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. This is the last version 1.0 you're ever going to see. Starting next week, comedians only, forever and ever and ever. This is the Alex Duffy Show. September 25th, 2002, and good night. That was cool. We got through it.